We'll make state government more transparent, accountable, and responsive to you.
After Katie Hobbs was declared the winner, she spoke about being open. Since then, the new governor is a closed book, keeping the public in the dark about big business and lobbyist donations to her inaugural fund.
In nearly all cases, major donors, special interests, big corporations, expect something in return for their donations. They're very rarely doing this out of the goodness of their heart.
Aaron Sherb works for Common Cause, a nonpartisan group that fights for more government transparency. He said special interest groups use inaugural donations to buy access with the new administration. While we know some of the donors, we don't know how much influence they're trying to buy.
At the minimum, voters deserve to know who is trying to influence public policy decisions.
Hobbs includes an incomplete list of donors on the government website for her inaugural events. The organizations listed represent the state's wealthiest and most influential organizations, such as APS, Banner Health, and the Phoenix Suns. When Arizona's family asked for specific fundraising information, the Hobbs campaign sent us a statement that reads in part, "We are thankful to all our donors who have backed our vision for a new Arizona that is focused on bipartisan solutions and results. While the contributions remain a mystery, we do know how much Hobbs is asking for. These documents show top platinum sponsors have to donate more than $250,000, while gold sponsors more than $100,000.
Just a couple more things about that fund, the way it is set up. Legally, they do not have to disclose any of this, but when you run a campaign based on openness and transparency, you do open yourself up to certain kinds of criticism.